Welcome, everybody. This is the Turtle Wade Podcast, and this is your host and moderator, Pianki Zimmerman. We also have Tim Wang.
What's up?
We have Alex O.
Hello, hello.
And all the way out in California, we have Joseph Lay.
You guys still make film? I mean,
You guys still making podcasts?
Nah, we gave up
Yeah.
and we just did
What's
podcasts
up? What's up?
So I'm going to explain why we're doing this podcast. Mostly because we gave up on YouTube.
We didn't give up.
It's not true. Okay.
You threw in the towel.
We just
Videos
got a
are
little,
too hard to
just
make.
got a little old. You know, we just needed a little breathing.
So we are just, I think more it's like we wanted to just hang out as friends without having to worry about like doing videos and stuff. And we have a lot of fun stuff to talk about. So that's why we did a podcast. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I like to start with like actual introductions. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Tim Wang. I play Dark Ness and Red. Copyrighted in the videos. I'm also the main VFX guy for most of Turtle Wave's videos. And I'm going to pass the mic over to
Don't get
Pianki.
too excited now.
What? Am I excited now?
I said don't get too excited.
Don't get too... Oh, shit. I'm doing my podcast.
VFX guy.
Hey,
I'm doing my
look,
podcast
see,
voice, man.
Let
Alright.
me give you guys a little advice, okay? So when you're doing these things, you know,
It's like making love.
It's not necessarily like that's my thing. That's my thing. I got the radio push. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when you do radio type things, you want to find your own personality. You know, and so don't just go, you're not doing a school project. You're not trying to just inform people. You're trying to have fun. So just let go.
Yeah, this is how I talk, PK. I
Have
don't know what you're
fun.
talking about.
Yeah, but you're very like.
I think you
maybe
talk like
that is
two
your
times
nerd.
faster
Yeah,
in
you're a
real
little.
life.
You're a little. You're pulling the nerd thing.
I'm pulling the nerd thing.
Yeah,
it's
but
called
you
my
are a nerd,
It's
so
called my
it's just-
personality, PK. Come on.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to give you some flavor.
All right.
Lighten up, Lee.
When was the last time you've been on a date?
See, now we're getting it.
Now
No.
we're having fun.
We're all right. Anyway, do you want me to say my stuff again, or I think we can go to the next person?
No. We can go to the next.
Okay,
Oh, we can go to next.
we can go to the next person. Let's go to Pianki. Pianki.
All right. This is Pianki Zimmerman. I play as Brock, the Afro Super Saiyan, the hidden master behind behind Little Mac.
You mean the
Whoa,
trainer?
That sounds kind of sus, bro.
Yeah, Joseph says that you sound a
Your
little sus,
long-ass
bro.
katana.
Hey, yeah, I mean, like I had I looked sus. Let's be honest. I was all kind of.
Most importantly, PK, you play Barack Obama.
Oh yeah, that's probably one of my best roles, to be honest. We got a lot of really cool roles. We got to put some more of that stuff out, man. Yeah, I was Barack Obama for it was the election for Mitt Romney.
Mitt Romney and Obama,
Obama.
2012, actually.
Yeah, that was a good video.
All right, what else do
You
you
played
do?
a street thug in the Gundam style video.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
That's so
God.
racist.
It wasn't racist. I just so happened to be a black guy who was a thug, and I was cool with it. And you know what? Because we got a little blowback from it, we turned it around. You know, the thug. You know what I mean? Start going to church. You know what I mean? Got a good job, and whatnot. And the next episode,
How?
he
He
came
died
back.
at the end.
He didn't die.
No,
That's the
you-
thing. It was a transformation.
exploded.
There was a
the-
part
the
two.
swag, the part two. You
Oh
remember
my
part
God.
2, right? You know, he hit him with the glasses, and the boom. That was an explosion of love.
All right, PK, what else do
Oh.
you do? What else do you do for Turtle Wave or for yourself?
For Turtle Wave, I guess I'm like the unofficial, or I don't know if you want to call it official. I guess like martial arts.
Advisor.
Yes, martial arts advisor. I've spent many years in the martial arts, either competing, teaching, and performing. I've done I've done maybe 10 years of combat sports, maybe about 15 years of just competing in general. and I've also competed as a professional mixed martial artist. Um, I've won
In a
3.
year of screen fighting.
Oh yeah, well, in, I mean, in terms of just like martial arts, I've done like a lot of different stuff: kung fu, boxing, jiu-jitsu, MMA, all that
What
stuff.
kind of kung fu did you do?
I did Hung Fuck Kung Fu. I studied at a school called Tiny M Kung Fu in Wheaton, Maryland, and that is where I got the basis of a lot of my skills and attributes. So I like to strike, and that's where I got it from. So,
PK is a big striker.
Yeah.
In
Alright.
case you haven't known.
Moving on to Alex. Alex Ao.
Hello. I like to consider myself as a multidisciplinary.
This is
I
a
was so
word.
hyped. I was so hyped for that. Nah, that was so keep going. That was
going.
great. That was
Take
great.
two.
Rap,
Take two.
rap.
I was it's like hello. I like to think of myself as a multi. That's too much syllables.
Yo, you it's funny. You have all the swag, and then you just be tripping over your feet, man. I'll get it. You got like the nicest
We
clothes
don't want
on.
to be
You just, like-
endangered
right?
by the likes of
Likes of
you. Try again, Alex.
All right. It's like hello everyone. I consider myself a multidisciplinary artist of many various things, but I do like action cinema. It's probably the reason why I joined PK and Tim, along with Joseph, who we will talk about in a bit. I started off by shooting a good amount of their videos, or some of it at least, and then let's see. I also out of all the guys, I'm probably like the newest when it comes to actually doing martial arts. It's like I've trained in Jiaoge Kung Fu since 2017, and then before that was fake fighting. How to
You
look
mean, you mean screen fighting?
screen
Screen
fighting.
fighting.
Screen fighters only.
The art of fooling people is what I do.
Yeah, exactly. Alex is the
You're
guy
a
who's
fraud.
I'm a fraud. I'm
Oh,
a big
no.
fat phony. I like cameras and all the technical stuff is what I handle for everybody. So, yeah.
All right, Joseph.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself and tell us about yourself.
What's up? I'm an art school graduate, film director, and action designer. My first movie I designed was Shang-Chi. So, and after that, I moved out to LA, but I'm still here with you guys.
Yes, always here with us in spirit.
Yeah, and just like I'm excited about this podcast because I feel like the best content we make are actually in the bloopers and just like us being ourselves. So why not just have that all the time with this podcast, you know?
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
it'll be more of a behind the scenes look in a way.
Well, let's start with like the first collaboration, the Smash Brothers one.
Oh yeah, let's do a little history first, I guess, right? Yeah.
Okay, all right. So if we're doing history, then we gotta go all
we
the way
gotta go
back.
all the way back. Wait,
Yeah,
we gotta go
go.
back real far.
All right,
okay?
this
We're
is-
talking.
All right.
2008.
2008.
Eight? Are you sure? No, before that, man.
Okay. Well, all right. Actually, yeah, you're right. It was before. So let's go. Let's do a little turtle wave history.
I feel like Bianchi's fact checking.
Oh, Bianchi, fact checkers say
Hey, man,
you're
I
going
remember,
down.
right? I remember the first time that I saw Tim. It was in this video. This is back when YouTube was like just not brand new, but it was young, you know. And the first Dragon Ball live action video was done by Tim Wang and his old crew. And I remember I was in college and I was working on my own like martial arts action comedy videos myself. I had a thing called Crouching Muffins Hidden Sandwich.
Yo, that's a dope ass name.
Can we bring that back?
That
We'll
whole
talk
story
about that later.
was dope. But anyway, it's like I was doing my own thing with like a bunch of people, and not everybody really either knew martial arts or knew film. So I was just working with people who were like, "Hey, man, I fucks with you, so let's let's do what we can." And so I was on YouTube, and then I was like, "Wait, what? Like, what is this?" And his video was a phenomenon, and like it got like easily over 1 million views quickly, and I told myself like one day, like I'm gonna work with these guys because these guys are really good. And then you wanna take it from there? Tim?
Yeah. So I met PK at a friend's party. My friend Roland introduced me to him. Roland is actually in some of the Turtle Wave videos, but he's from way back.
No, it wasn't Roland.
It was
that's
Roland.
why you need me on fact checking. It was Ann.
Yeah, but it was
It was
Roland's.
Ann's
It was
party.
Ann's party, but Roland took me there.
Oh, but all right. So look,
So Roland was like, "Hey, this guy."
no.
Okay.
Ann said, "Hey,
Uh-huh.
Bianca," because I knew because I went to college with Ann, right? And
Oh,
she was
okay,
like,
right.
oh, because she knew I did martial arts and film and stuff, right? So she was like, "Hey, Bianca, you got to meet my friends. They do martial arts stuff too. And one of them does like a lot of film stuff." And she said, "You got to meet my friend Tim." So she has me introduce me to you, or she introduces us to each other, and you are like super super shy, and this is like one of your character traits that you do it very well to a fault. So you were kind of like, yeah, I just do a little thing here and there. And so like I didn't at the time recognize you because you had your glasses on. You're basically pulling the Clark Kent thing, right? So I was like, oh, okay, cool. I do that stuff too. And then me and Roland, like, because I'm a huge like martial arts enthusiast. We just ended up connecting on some like real kung fu stuff, and then we just started talking. And you kind of just like fade into the background.
I was talking to girls, man.
Yeah, see, this thing, you were there to talk to chicks, and I was
You're
there
talking about
just
martial arts.
talking about kung fu, and
That's not why I go to parties, dude. I don't go to parties talking about kung fu. Okay.
Priorities are
I
that.
go to parties to talk to girls.
I was there to support my lady friend and her now
okay.
husband, and so I was like out there. Shout out to if they ever see this, and Chen and Et Chen. Oh yeah, actually they're the reason why we all initially had met. Man, it's a small world.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
It's crazy. All right. So, anyways, to move the story forward, I think one of the in 2010 or 2009, I needed to film something. And I was like, hey, PK, you want to go do something, right? And we like shot a bunch of stuff. Like PK hits really hard, so my arm was like swollen from like 4 hits. Like, cause PK was blocking, but he blocks like he's blocking for his life. So he's not a screen fighter. He's an actual fighter. So like my hands are done after like hitting with him like 5 times. So I was like, all right, let's go inside and see what we got. And then we go inside, and then I think we're showing each other YouTube videos, right?
No,
you not showing-
wanted to. So you wanted to upload the film that we had shot.
Okay.
And then as you were doing that, you're like, hey, you want to come check out some of my other projects? And I was like, sure, we're at your computer. Let's check it out. Because I had told you about some of my stuff, but I'm not sure if you like saw too much of it. But you're like, hey, come see some of my stuff. Then he pulls up the old joint. And I was like, no.
The old joint meaning that one fight.
Dragon Ball Z.
The original Dragon Ball Z fight. I was like, bro, you're that guy? And he was like,
Then
what do you
just
mean?
bow to him.
Yeah, it was. You don't understand. He was an internet sensation for the entire world that was into that stuff.
Nani?
So like, it's like, I mean, I don't know how to. It's like meeting your favorite actor, and like you didn't know you're friends with your favorite. You know what I mean? Like it's like I'm telling you, he pulled the Clark Kent Superman thing. I didn't know it was the same guy. He wore the glasses, and the mannerisms was different. He was looking for girls. There was not a whole lot of kung fu stuff.
So when he brought up
It's like Master Roshi.
Yeah, right. And Jackie Chun. That's what it was.
Oh, it's Jackie Chan. I mean, it wasn't a big deal to me at the time because I was like, hey man, this is like years ago, and I want to do new stuff. I actually didn't want to do any like VFX stuff because I thought that was it's like it's not real filmmaking to do VFX. I was like, I want to do like more like acting and comedy and drama and stuff like that. So I was trying to get away from that, and that's why I don't really show people this stuff before back in the day because I want to be a real director. I want to do the real stuff. So yeah.
But the thing is, though, man, it wasn't just the effects. It was the setup, man. You guys really like brightened every weeb's every weeb's heart was like they just went Super Saiyan watching the video. The fighting, the effects, the way you tried to carry a storyline in the battle scenes. I mean, it was very like looking back, it's not like super great. It's a little bit rudimentary, but like at the time, that was the first and it was the best, and it was long. it wasn't short. You guys put like some real energy into that film.
Oh
And
yeah,
Let's fought in the rain.
It
That's
was,
true
yeah,
passion.
man. Y'all continued to fight. Like that's some real like that's some championship.
it took 3 days to shoot
Yeah.
actually. So the ring was day 2, and the person that we were shooting it was her backyard. She wasn't there, so we just like kind of like trespassed into her backyard.
Wait, really?
yeah.
I did not know
Shout
that.
out to my friend Libby. She lent us her backyard to do the video. So first day of shooting, she was behind the camera, and it was me and Toby. Second day, it was Roland, me and Toby, and it was raining. We got locked out of our car, and then we literally had a guy like jimmy our car open for us, and it was raining so hard, but we only have like 3 days to shoot, so we can't just be it's raining, whatever, we gotta cancel it. So we just shot in the rain. It was pouring rain, so we just whatever, just shoot it in the rain. And then I had the idea, I was like, hey, if we're shooting in the rain anyways, let's just like do more things in the rain. Let's just like capture it's raining right now. And then third day when we finished the shoot, it was sunny. So from like 4 minutes to like 5 minutes was raining, and then from like 5 minutes to 6 minutes it was sunny, and we don't really explain it. It's just, it is what it is.
It worked perfectly. Nobody cared. It was a lot of fun. I when I first saw that, I had to be, I think I was a senior in college. Living in a house. And I was watching. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So it turns out I knew this guy for a while, and then we started filming together, and I'm like, oh, this is like amazing. Like I'm already imprinting myself in history by being like one of the first projects he did after that. Like,
So what was like the first signature thing that you two worked on? Like after you met him and be like, oh my gosh, this guy's cool.
So we finished the filming of that one, and then he was like, all right, I'm going to do some effects. I'm like, all right, cool. And of course, the classical Tim, he took forever to finish it. And we had a couple title changes, right? At first, it was like not Tim. What was the name of the characters?
So to the video that PK is referencing is the video on our channel right now called Every Anime Fight Ever.
Yes.
It's the one where I'm dressed like, I have like a giant jacket, and PK is dressing like
big puffy jacket.
I was in a big puffy jacket, and PK was dressed like Morpheus.
Yeah. I had the whole Morpheus look, the shades, everything.
With the trench coat.
Yeah,
I think it's the same trench coat that you wore. Is it the same one that you wore during Smash Brothers?
Yeah, it was.
We'll get back to that in the trench coat in a minute.
All right.
Anyways,
so, so the video was actually supposed to be a part of a bigger series that my then roommate and I, Bill, wanted to do, and it was about like a nerdy gamer guy and
That's right.
a playboy kind of guy, and then there's like some friction between the roommates and whatever. And then it turns out that the nerdy guy was a former retired ninja, so he gets to fight his other retired ninja friend, and then they fight, and then at the end they're like, you know what, let's just play video games. And that's kind of the story. We never finished the series, but that fight and the other one, which
that
is
was supposed to be called Super Ninja Ball Z.
No, that's not Super Ninja Ball Z. That was a different thing, because that
was
one,
the first part. Remember?
oh, that was the first one. Right. It was supposed to be a whole thing about retired ninjas and like trying to get everyone back, and fighting a great evil or something like that.
And all the different retired ninjas each had a different like special power from an anime.
Yes, that's right. So anyways, we never that project is still kind of on hold, but we did release the first episode, which is the Every Anime Fight Ever. So that one went pretty good, I guess. When we first released it, it got like posted on CBS or something.
Yeah, somebody from the CBS, they had like a blog where they would post different YouTube videos that were interesting, and we ended up getting picked up on there, and they blasted us on that blog. Like, yo, check this thing out. And then a whole bunch of other like blogs online caught wind and started putting us on their web pages, and we got like 40,000 views in less than a week.
No, we got 40,000 views in like 3 days.
Yeah.
And then, but that's a very small viral. That's like not as big as.
But back then though, that was big, because like I said, YouTube wasn't like it is now.
That's true.
We weren't really making money.
And I
from
guess.
That stuff.
And what year was this roughly around? Like
2011.
2011. Yeah. So I guess getting it published on a news site is like a big deal at the time, which actually will also coincide back when it comes to Super Smash Brothers, but we'll talk about that later again.
Oh man.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. on that part?
History keeps going. Basically, the channel that would be Turtle Wave used to just be called Tim Wang, basically, because that was just my personal channel that I put in.
We had another.
And then no, I'm talking about that. I'm gonna get to it.
I was gonna say, is that gonna come up?
Okay, so when PK and I started working together for more serious, we made the every anime fight ever, and then we did Obama versus Romney, and then we did the Gundam style video.
Are you sure?
I think the Gundam style video was before. Okay, it was before Gundam style was first, and then Obama versus Romney was second.
Yeah.
So we started making a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense because Gangnam Style got popular, I think, during the summer of 2012.
Yes,
like the
summer
height of it,
2012.
and then the election year was later that year. So
Yep.
you should at that point should what Mitt Romney versus Obama,
Right.
probably like October or something like that.
Yeah.
So when we were
Or maybe
making
early
those,
November.
we were like, okay, we need a better name than just Tim Wang because that's just your name. We actually never changed the channel name. We changed the banner for like.
Oh, are you serious?
We changed the banner for like that one time. Actually, it was still that for the longest time.
Wasn't that the picture that I drew?
Yes, it is. Yes, it was.
You
I
still
don't know.
have it somewhere.
I have it somewhere. I don't know. It's not on our banner anymore. But the name we came up with is Hey Wong.
Yo, I love that. I love that name.
Hey Wong, because my last name is Wong, so Wong is in the back. Hey means black in Chinese.
Yeah.
So Wong in Chinese also means king or emperor. So if you put those together, it's Black Emperor or Black King, which is pretty cool.
I thought it was dope.
Yeah. And then PK drew a picture of a guy holding a giant broadsword.
Yeah.
It was a silhouette, and he was holding the broadsword down.
Yep.
If you squint your eyes, it doesn't look like a broadsword. And I don't know if you know the other meaning for the word wang, let alone a black wang. But anyways.
To the point. That's what it was. Simple, sweet, to the point. It's one of the most beautiful logos.
So we were officially Hey Wong for, I guess, from 2012 to like 2014 until we met Joseph and Alex.
Yeah. All right. So y'all got it. We did our. Sorry. So Turtle Wave is a combination of these two film groups, and so we went over some of the history of Hey Wong. Right now, we need to go over the history of you guys.
Of me and Joseph.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'll take a couple steps back, but I wouldn't have met Tim or PK if it wasn't for Joseph. I met him actually at a design battle at George Mason. I think, Joseph, were you judging for that?
I think I was battling.
Or were you battling?
I don't know. I forgot, man.
I think
It's
you were.
so long
I think
ago.
you already graduated. I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Yeah. So I think you were judging, or you were a guest judge, or you were there because you're an alum, because my sister and you were in the same design program, I think, or something.
Mm-hmm.
She invited me out to that, and that's where I met Joseph. And I think I missed sort of. I think it was Vin. He's like, I said kung fu. So like, don't you mean gong fu? I was like, oh, I should have pronounced it that way. Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm a fake. At the time, I didn't know.
Wasn't I wearing a Dragon Ball Z outfit?
I don't remember what exactly. I didn't
Was it
talk to you. I ended up talking to Vin more than you. Actually,
Was it the Yamcha outfit?
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
It was a Yamcha shit? Oh no.
I don't know. It was just. I just know that like they were in the same program. I talked to Vin more than you, but I think we exchanged like social media information, and then like don't think we really talked a whole lot until and this was like, I don't know, middle of 2014. So fast forward to like September 2014, Joseph makes this really cool short video on Instagram where he's just combing his hair. Now that sounds very ordinary, but the way that he shot it was like very if you've seen the works of like say
Pilgrim.
yeah, Edgar Wright,
Edgar Wright style.
Yeah, like these, it's very fancy, for lack of a better term, but like really interesting editing of like him just combing his hair. It's like, and I think I DM'd him. It's like, hey, that's really cool. Maybe we should work on something. And I didn't really think it would actually like follow through. But he's like, yeah, I'll be down. Where do you want to meet? I was like, oh shit. And at this point,
we met at some burger place in Falls Church.
Yeah.
Or something.
I think, or did we meet at the Yorkshire restaurant with Vin? Because I think we decided to meet halfway between Manassas and Centerville.
I don't know, one of those.
One of
but
those.
I
Those are
actually
the
wanted
one.
to do like a drunken master video. I was like aiming really high, and it was like, yeah, and then we can have an alleyway fight and all that stuff. But obviously, I'm just talking out of like, I don't know
You,
logistics and all that.
yeah,
And then
you had a
just
lot of
like one
ideas.
day, like Alex just, yeah, invited me over to his basement. Um, and then I went
That's not
over,
sus
and
at
then
all.
That's not
and
at
I
all.
was like, "What is this black couch? Okay, let's
Oh wow.
take off our pants." And then Francis, his friend who does jujitsu, was there, and then
Yeah,
he's like,
and we
"Oh, it's
shot
a
our very
buddy of
first.
mine." And then
Yeah, Francis and
yeah,
I
and then
did
we're like,
test fights back in the day, but I was like, I don't really like. Well, I'm not very good at screen fighting, but let me have you fight against Francis. And I was like, okay.
Wait,
And
I haven't seen this video.
you should have.
I do not
"What?
remember that video. No, I
How
thought you guys.
dare you?"
I remember your first video that I saw was Lover versus
It
Fighter,
was in the tunnel.
the
Yeah,
tunnel one.
Yeah,
yeah. We,
that was like
a little bit afterwards.
so we made the basement video,
Yep,
and then we made another video in Alex's garage.
with my buddy
And then
Chet.
like after a while, yeah, with check. And then after a while, we're like, okay, let's make something bigger for a YouTube contest. So we went.
It was
to
for the
shoot
Film
something at
Riot
the
thing,
tunnel.
right?
Yeah,
I think it was-
We
yeah.
shot at the tunnel, and then like for the first time, I wanted to like reshoot.
Something that we worked
spend
on.
an extra day reshooting, and it was just really alleviating. And then it caught the eyes of Dylan Hintz from DC Stunt Coalition. And
Oh,
he
is
was
that
like,
what-
hey,
is that
you
what
guys should
happened?
come train. Yeah, he was like, hey, you guys should come train. I'm like, yeah, sure.
How did he
And then
find
it just
you?
took like,
Sorry. How did he
I don't know,
find?
just the video was like circulating all around.
Interesting.
I
Okay.
think
Okay.
some people from Urban Evolution shared it, and he was following those guys.
Oh, that's right. Because I think you were also
Yeah.
sort of training there too, right? Roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So finally, like Alex and I took the long ass trip to Maryland.
Which I almost didn't go because I was hungover from a birthday party for the night before, and Jess was like, "Are we still going?" It's like, and I'm
Oh,
like
no.
lying in bed like Cameron from Ferris Bueller's Days Off, like I'm dying, but I guess I'll go. It's like because I think I think you drove us the first time around, right? Or is it me?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Mhm.
definitely
And
got to be
just
you.
like the drive alone, like I was like, oh, I'm tired already. But when
Yeah.
I like set foot in, I was like, oh, okay. I
Yeah.
see tons of people flipping, tons of people doing martial arts.
Yeah, it was a pretty
But,
cool sight to see.
Yeah. And then we were just like, met some people, but the only person who could really match my rhythm was it's a gentleman named Tim Wayne.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
And
I'm
then
telling you, man. It's
when we
all
found
about
the
that
rhythm,
energy.
we were like, "Ah, we were meant for each other.
Wow.
All right, I would say
that was a little sus. Just a little sus.
from my point of
We
view.
did the combo from Try Against Forever.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Oh.
I was like, well, the thing is, because like when I first saw you and Alex, I didn't, because I went to DCSC for a while before you guys showed up, and I was just like, who are these two new guys? I never met like, what are they doing here? What's going on here? So I was very skeptical at first. I was like, I thought you guys want to just like, you guys were like beginners and you just wanted to like learn how to punch and whatever. So,
Little did Tim know.
so I was like, hey, what's up, guys? And then Joseph was like, hey, what's up? And then I don't know how we started doing that combo.
Well, I recognized you and PK from like the other DCSC video you guys were in, the
Like
knee
check?
check
Knee
one.
check?
The leg check.
Leg check.
Leg check.
The
Yeah.
oh yeah, the
And I
is it
thought
Chris
you
Weidman?
guys looked like 5'7", 5'6", but you guys were actually freaking tall. I was like,
Yeah,
whoa.
Yeah, for all the
These guys
girls
are
out there, I'm actually 6 feet.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
not that anyone asked that. Yeah.
Oh, ladies. You got us a tall
Lady.
man.
Anyway, that's not important.
And he's single.
At the time of this recording.
That's
By watching this.
5 years later. Yeah, he's same status.
Hey,
So
man, you die. You're not new. You know what I mean? You pull some chicks.
all right, let's continue the story. We're not gonna get derailed. Alex, we need to.
Yeah, I know.
Alex needs to be like, hey, just stay on track.
Yeah, so we get to DC Stunt Coalition. It's like big open gym essentially. Some spring floors, which I didn't know that it was a
Yeah, that's a
concept.
thing.
I've never done gymnastics in my life ever, so it's actually a gymnastics gym. So a lot of people who can do flips and aerials and a lot of acrobatic stuff, you can do that there without like injuring yourself unless you do something really dumb. But yeah, I think yeah, I don't know how I initially approached it. I guess like Joseph saw you, Tim, and then be like, let's fight this other Asian dude.
I was
I
just hungry to fight people.
I think
Yeah,
it was just
oh no, wait, you know what? I think I remember. I was
Screen
recording,
friends
and I was making like a highlight video. I was like of the time that we were there, and I guess I think yeah, Joseph, you and I think we were just fighting everybody that we like. It's like, hey, can we shoot like a short bit? I think it was something like that, and then we eventually got to Tim. I was like, all right, let's do this Dragons Forever combo, and then you'd be like, but I'm gonna move more like Jet Li or something like that. You're doing that one particular because like if he's moving, what is it?
Oh, right, right,
How do you
right.
describe? Yeah, I'll let you take that.
I don't remember. I think it was just like the way it was moving. I was like, it makes more sense if I do the other direction or something.
Like you kept moving, like you were doing moves that will make you propel forward rather than fight against it or something.
Oh,
like
right,
that.
right, yeah, yeah. That was a long time ago. I
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
remember that.
I don't know. It's stuck with my head. And Joseph and I at this point because we've done a couple test fights and of course the tunnel fight. So we were just we had like a different style comparatively to yours, but the timing I guess is like it just clicked, and I saw it happen form right in front of my eyes.
I would say this. So when I fought Joseph,
For the first time?
for the first time, oh man, it was.
I think
It's like a romance story, man. It's like I was like, man, you're the fastest person here. Like, no, you're so fast.
Really?
He's so fast. Oh no, because I was like, it was.
you might want to check how you're saying that.
I'm referencing the Pokemon video. He's so fast. But it was more like because everybody that I was fighting before, they were like relatively new, and I had to slow down to like hey, I'm gonna punch you now, so you had to block. Okay, remember to block, and then they still forget to block, or they just do it too slow. And then like with Joseph when we were fighting, like I was barely keeping up because we were just like boom 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 boom, we're going. So immediately I was like, okay,
It hurt like hell.
I know it does.
My forearms.
I know.
Once again with the forearms.
I know it hurt me. It hurt me as well. But it was just like, okay, these guys probably know what they're doing. Like this is very very cool that like they can actually like pick up choreography like that quickly, figure it out and make like something like make like a beat that quickly. I don't remember if it was that day that we decided to do the Smash video or it was like
I think it was
time.
I think it was like
It
a
was
couple
the
sessions
second time.
afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember
Yeah, while you guys were wearing the live show and you were wearing the Ness outfit.
I think yeah. Once you started wearing the Ness outfit, I was like, whoa! It was like I think I probably thought it was really cool. And then I think probably just like it's like, do you just want to shoot something on the side? Because I think you told us, Tim, that you were it's like I have a role in this thing, but I'm not like the main character.
Role.
Yeah, it's a small role.
Yeah, I was like I didn't have that many fights, so I didn't really have to train super hard. I didn't have to practice super hard, so I was like, okay, I have plenty of time. I bought the outfit. The main reason why I wanted to do the video was because Ness has a yo-yo, which I can turn into a 9-section staff or 9-section whip to do the 9-section whip stuff. And that's the only. I just wanted to do that. I just wanted to do the 9-section whip with the yo-yo. That's all I wanted to do. So then I was like, hey, that's not in the live show. So I kind of want to do a video. So then I don't know if I approached you guys or you guys came to me.
I think we were just talking about
Really-
like at this
yeah.
point we were like, it's like this guy named Tim is cool or whatever. Because like yeah, because everybody was so preoccupied with that stunt show, and then so the only person I guess me and Joseph really had to like work with I guess was you, Tim. So I think we did like a little previs session, and then I guess it was like what decided us to give Joseph the role of Little Mac.
I think it was me. I remember everyone hated Little Mac for a while.
So
because he was really a cheap character or something.
I guess you could spam a certain move.
I think it was just also like we're going down the roster and like who do you look like, and then
And also, who has the easiest outfit?
It just looks like the hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's
I
right.
was like, yeah. And then so I was like, I don't know boxing, so then we had PK help us a lot with that.
Yeah,
And then I was like, I don't have a pink outfit, so I went to Victoria's Secret and bought like a hoodie and pants.
The pink hoodie and pink sweats.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
so happy that was
Yeah.
a thing. We made no effort to cover up the pink label, which was
Yeah.
perfect.
I mean, it added a little comedy to it, you know?
Yeah.
It
It was
was
a great conversation point. And I was like, wait, pink from Victoria's Secret? I was like, let me tell you the story.
Oh man.
Yeah, so that's also, I guess this will he's now a segue to how we met. At least Joseph. At this point, like we had, I don't know, because PK, I think it's like I think we've seen you there, but I don't think we've like interacted as much until that project really started firing up. I think.
Yeah. And then
No,
we did shoot PK fight two girls at
we
Oh,
DC
that's
Style
right.
Collision.
hold on. So when I met you guys, Tim was trying to get me to see because he met you guys first, right?
Yes, that's
so
correct.
Then he was like, "Yo, PK, you gotta go meet these guys. They're really cool. Like they do this like." They're just like us, and like, cause when we were at DCSC, there's a lot of talented people there, but there wasn't anybody that had the same kind of like, film synergy that the rest of us had. Like, you know, Alex and Joseph had their thing. They had made their like solid video, you know what I mean? And then me and Tim, we had already made a couple of solid videos. So, we were collaborating with other people, but like once we finally got to meet, it was like
We clicked.
yeah, it was like the energy between us is like the two flames just came like we had like a fusion of groups. You know what I mean? We were just like fusion hop, and it was just like all right, we gonna do some cool stuff.
Yeah. It didn't feel like anyone was dragging the group down. Like we were all trying to catch up with each other, basically.
Yeah, actually, the only reason why I wasn't as more involved in the Smash Brothers video is because
You're fighting for real.
yeah, well, I had eye surgery, and so
Oh,
that's why,
yeah.
remember?
Yeah, that's why he had a eye patch during the bloopers. He was in the bloopers.
I
Yeah.
thought it was just for show.
No, I literally had. So I was training for my
I remember this.
first pro fight, and I was training with this guy, and this guy was not careful with me, and I requested him to, hey, like, be careful, and it's kind of my fault for training late. Anyway, he this bigger character, he had basically thrown a heavy right cross and landed his middle finger directly in my eye. So
Oh,
yeah, that resulted in a detached retina, but I didn't know that, and so I just I thought my eye was completely destroyed, and then I looked in the mirror and I was like, okay, I just can't see out of that eye, and it's still there. It's just really red, and then my vision slowly came back, and I went and did my first pro fight. I did pretty well. Didn't get the win, but that's another story. And then I was getting ready for my second pro fight, and then I had to get an eye exam for that one, and the eye doctor was like, you might want to see another specialist, but you're probably not going to be fighting. You need to go to like surgery like now. And I was like, excuse me? So yeah, I had to go to surgery, and then after that surgery they're like, all right, you can't do anything for like 2 months. Like, don't do anything. You can't lift more than 5 pounds. You're just going to relax, not exercise, and let this heal, because any added blood pressure might actually do damage to the surgery. So I had to.
oh.
So that's
yeah, I can see
why
that.
I really couldn't do anything besides sit around and like.
Like just the timing of it is like, all right, well, I'm now going to be the advisor for
Yeah.
Joseph on being more of a boxer and
Yeah.
less of a kung fu guy.
That was hard to do because the movements are not quite the same at all. But Joseph did pretty well. For the and the other thing is, like, I didn't get to be there as often as I wanted to be to help train because my eye.
Well, we did it. It's like,
Um,
in all things considered, it was like
It
pretty
was
quick
so
turnaround.
cold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
pretty
it
quick
was cold.
turnaround time. We
We had
which
like
we
2 or 3 days to actually train.
because
that.
we were trying to finish the video at like I guess
Before MagFest.
Before MagFest.
Right. So we had to
See,
rush
we
it.
actually had a deadline.
Right.
That
See, that's the thing. When we do things with a deadline, we actually do really well.
Well, we didn't. Well, we.
Hint, hint.
Well,
Initially
actually, no.
didn't.
The
What?
deadline was a week before MagFest, so we didn't make the deadline technically.
Was it complete before MagFest?
It
No,
was. It
it
was
wasn't.
supposed to be before MagFest.
We didn't show the whole thing at MagFest, did we?
No, we did.
We did. We showed the whole thing at MagFest.
Was the whole thing finished completely?
Yes,
though?
it was completely done. Well,
If I
there is
Wasn't
a.
there 2 cuts?
There was 2 different versions. The first one at MagFest had the one asteroid hit. It didn't have the PK Starstorm. It didn't have the last like all the star stuff. They didn't have that because I only had time to do one. I had time to do one asteroid, and it hit Joseph. Everything blew up, and then that was it.
If I remember correctly, I think you were working the video like up to the very last minute before the premiere. I remember you were in a hotel at the Gaylord.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, guys, that's cool. I'm done hanging out, but I gotta go back to the room and render this effect.
Yes, I was actually I literally worked the entire night before MagFest, before we had to do a live show. I was working on the video, like just rendering all the VFX. For anyone who are not familiar with the video editing process, so Joseph was our editor, and I was doing the VFX. So Joseph had all the footage, and he's like compiling them together, and then like he leaves room for these VFX shots, or at least it's the raw footage without the VFX, and then he says, all right, here we need VFX here and here and here. So I had to basically give him the VFX. So there was like 2 or 3 shots left that didn't have VFX, which needed it. I think the one was when Little Mac was trying to reach the smash ball, couldn't get it, and then I shoot the PK
Thunder? Lightning?
PK Thunder at the smash ball. So I think that was the last effect that we didn't have. So I was like just literally down to the wire, finishing like effect after effect after effect, and giving it to Joseph, and then Joseph has to take the thing, put it in, re-export it. The whole thing takes like an hour or so to just get everything done. So I think we finished the final like here it is on the flash drive, literally like a day before our live show. So our live show was on a Saturday. We finished like Friday night, like 9 p.m.
I remember. And like all of us are back. I was like, Tim, is this video gonna finish? This becomes an ongoing trend later on.
It was crazy because we showed it to a live audience,
which was
like over 100 people.
Well, also they kept replaying the intro for like 5 minutes.
So they treated it as like sort of like an intermission video while people were filing in, but it was still cool because I think a good amount of people did see it, and it's also for a lot of us, especially for me, I thought it was really cool to see it on a big screen before like a live show.
Yeah, but then after the show, like when we were like walking around MagFest and stuff, people were recognizing us from the video, and like,
it's like, oh yeah, you guys.
We were all looking at each other like, oh yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
Really?
I think I was too busy with the live show.
At least the people within DC Stunt Coalition were like, yo, that was awesome. I want to be in your videos.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then also like after MagFest, we created the YouTube channel Turtle Wave.
And
that's right.
And then we uploaded it there.
Yeah, that's the formal birth.
So a little backstory. Technically, we released it under Tim Wang, the same channel that used to be Hey Wong.
Yeah.
So I think the reasoning was that if we started a new channel, we'd be starting from 0. I think Tim Wong had like 5,000 subs at that time, so we'd be starting from 5,000, which is not bad. And then as soon as that video dropped, like we went from 5,000 to like 15,000. So that's like you guys didn't need my help at all. We could have done it just by making a new channel. But anyway, so why did we choose the name Turtle Wave? What was the
we're looking up like Dragon Ball Z related stuff. Oh, it just sounds so cool.
Yeah, for people who don't know, Joseph, Tim, and PK are very avid Dragon Ball fans. All right, dude. I personally.
I was expecting Obama.
Yeah, check out that video.
Yeah, check out that video.
I personally have seen the show. Like, I like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, but I am not nearly as a fan as these other guys are. So it's a big.
He's more of a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, more of a Star Wars. What about Star Wars? Oh man,
which also reminds me, while we were making the Smash Brothers video, Joseph and Alex were also making a Star Wars video at the same time.
Oh my God,
that's right. You want to talk about that?
Which was just, I was like, how are you doing this, man?
Out, dude.
I was just like, wait, because you guys were driving up to meet with us at
College Park.
Yeah. You were editing the Star Wars video in the car to College Park. And then we came in, we were like, wait, what is this? And you're like, oh, it's a Star Wars video. I'm like, well, really? Dude. That's so cool. And they're like,
that was like the one of the most passionate times, I would say.
The most passionate.
It definitely was, because like after we would shoot Star Wars like throughout the week, and then during the weekend we would meet up with you and PK and shoot.
Yeah,
And
that's
shoot
never
Honestly,
do that
those-
again. That is not a like too
That
fun.
whole
There,
2 months was like a blur,
yeah.
or 1 month.
No, it was like
No,
so,
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was a span of a couple weeks for both.
yeah. You guys shot Star Wars the same time we shot Smash.
I think we started Star Wars first.
Okay.
And then Smash was overlap, but that was because in the scale of things, I think Smash was. I guess at the time we didn't see it like as a huge project, but it ended up becoming a huge project in a way, anyways.
It was so in my mind, at least when I like before I met Joseph and Alex. Like when I do videos, I usually like I don't do more than like 3 days of shooting. So like the original Dragon Ball Z video, that took 3 days to shoot. That's an anomaly. Like usually like Obama versus Romney was 1 day. It was actually like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Efficiency.
And then the every anime fight that was 3-4 hours, I think. PK, I don't remember. It was pretty short. The ninja fight between you and me.
That was
like 4 hours. 3 like
it was cold.
It was cold, but like we started at 12 and we left at like 3.
Yeah, we did the whole. We had to actually finish up quickly because it was getting dark soon.
Oh, that's right. So like when we were filming stuff, we didn't really have the concept of like reshoots or shoot day number 2. And then we met Joseph and Alex, and they were like, "Oh, you need previs, and you need camera movement, and you need camera placement, and all that other stuff."
Wait, Joseph, did we even really lean into the previs
We
stuff
had a
back
previs.
then?
We did a practice.
We
not as what we
previs
do
up
now.
We only previs up until the baseball hit.
No,
And
we had a
you
gazebo
got the-
previs. We did the whole gazebo part was prevised. Right? It was
Really?
Yeah, we were there was a video of us like the day before shooting. We're like, okay, here's where the
Oh, well,
the hits happened. Like here's this gazebo part.
I guess in the sense of like previs, or I think we just did a
very
walkthrough.
loose.
Yeah.
That's way more than I did when I was starting making my stuff.
Yeah, because I think
Because
we
it
had.
was something new. Like we
Mhm.
were doing like grappling with the baseball bat.
That's right.
and-
That's right. It was definitely way more like the Smash Brothers fight was way more professional than any fight I've done. Because whenever I do stuff, it was like, hey, it's 2 friends, we're gonna do some real quick for fun, and that's it. And then whatever happens.
It was very refined, very creative.
The Smash one, yeah, the Smash Brothers one, we were
Yeah,
like,
I had too much egging in it. Looking back,
I
I was so
mean,
slow too.
look, at the time for where we all were, like that joint was hot. Okay,
it was still good. I mean, it's
Plus,
just
I think Alex shot in like 30 FPS or 60 FPS and never 24.
what were we
So
doing?
it was
I thought you
a bit
undercranked it.
slower.
No, I don't know.
But still, it's not like that film like shutter speed.
But that's fine because it's a video game parody.
You know,
so like,
you know why? I don't think I had an ND filter, Joseph. That's probably like so the settings were just kind of like, well, as long as it's exposed correctly.
Wow.
Look,
hey man, it worked out. That's all I'm saying.
if I had to remember what the equipment I was
most
using at the
professional.
time, which was like I think it was a 60D. This is even before you got your camera. We didn't get your 70D until later. So this is, I think, mostly shot in the Canon 60D.
Yeah.
For all those tech behind the scenes nerds, we shot Smash Brothers video. I think all with a Canon 60D.
Hey,
It
I
was
can
super
one up
cold,
you.
and you could barely move your thumb to hit record at some point.
I know
It was so cold.
there was that January and late December was so cold. It was like the teens mostly,
If you remember, the lake was actually frozen.
like half,
It
like
was
90%
like
of the time.
we shot like there are certain parts there was the water in the lake, and then towards the end the lake was actually frozen. So any parts that you see a lake not frozen, that was me digitally going back there and making the water move.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, like
What?
the
What the
part
fuck?
the part where the star storm was coming down, the PK star storm.
Oh, you composite did
The
it?
lake was not the lake was frozen.
What?
Yeah, so-
Whoa! All this time.
Oh, I didn't know this.
So I had to do some extra stuff to like make it look like it's actually moving.
Oh shit!
So
I mean, you did
there's
really
a-
well because I did not.
There was
I-
a reflection on the lake.
yeah.
From the other one, the the comment going the other way.
Yep, right.
And then
it's an easy
right, but then you have to like actually make the thing wavy, otherwise it looks not good. And also, I couldn't explain.
That's why it takes forever, because you work on stuff people don't even notice.
It's hey man, when effects are good, you didn't notice that it was an effect.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the point.
It's like animating a spider web in the background.
Tim, would you do that? Something like that sometime?
If it's part of the movie, sure. I don't know.
Like little Easter eggs.
Spider model.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyways, long story short, the video came out, and then we officially became Turtle Wave because we were trying to come up with a name, and we all like Dragon Ball, so we decided to do Turtle. I think it was between like Turtle Wave and like Kame House or something.
Yeah, because there was a place that PK was staying at the time, and I think it was
Dragon House.
Was it called Dragon House?
I think
we
were trying to go with Dragon
flaunting
House.
around with the idea, with Dragon
right.
House, but then it's like, but we all like Dragon Ball. It's like, what about the Kame House? Because
we
that's
take forever releasing videos. So,
well, okay. At that point, I also had a reputation for being slow. So
yeah.
Long story short, we became Turtle Wave, and the video was our first like real viral hit. Like technically for Turtle Wave, it's the second
collaboration.
Hit. Right. For Turtle Wave, the original Dragon Ball Z fight still had more views, but this one grew so much faster. Like the Smash Brothers video grew beyond any of our imaginations. Like it just kept going. And the funny thing is actually like it was the first time I realized how much business was behind YouTube, because as soon as we got like any kind of views, we keep getting these offers from like other like content moderators like, hey, can we take your video, put it on our channel, and we'll give you $500 or like we give you like $100.
We had people trying to come and manage us. Remember?
That's right. Yeah. They're like, hey, you can use our facilities, you can do blah blah blah, but we want like 10% of your profits or like 20% or whatever.
Those were some bad deals.
It was just like, dude, who takes these deals, man?
Didn't like Break.com try to like buy our video too?
Though.
They wanted to buy our video for like $100 to show on Break.com.
That's so shitty.
And I was like, dude, the gas money they took to drive there was more than $100. I'm not
Right, gas money,
like food, coffee,
7-Eleven,
energy.
Right. I had to make the coffee runs.
Oh yeah, bless PK for being our dedicated PA and only PA.
right. I was up
for
there,
that shoot or whatever. But yeah, this is now going to be ultimate dunk on Break.com.
Do they still exist?
I don't know.
Yeah,
it was like 10 years, 12 years ago.
If they keep making like these kind of deals, they're probably not going to exist, man.
I know. I'm glad I'm glad we did not sell our souls for them.
But to be honest, it's kind of cool to know that a whole bunch of people looked at us and was like, that's a cash cow.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Actually, we didn't even really bring up how it became a cash cow, like the viral. We never talked about that yet.
Okay.
So I guess we rewind a little bit, or it's currently. We finished a video for MagFest, but then we did some Tim did some more fine adjustments, right?
The water.
I did a lot of color correction because there's a color correction layer.
A few more effects.
And then it was released.
Like February, I think.
We had the music get done too.
Oh, that's right.
And this time we actually had David Johnson and Brian Thacker work on the soundtrack for the video. So shout out to those guys.
We released it actually on the same day that Monty Ohm died. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Oh my God. That.
I was trying not to put the two together. Man, rest in peace, dude.
That was actually so I was like, I don't even know if I want to release it at this time, but it was done, and we found out he died afterwards.
Also during the Smash tournament.
That's right. So
there was a big Smash tournament happening.
I
heard that it was Evo. I heard that they played the video on before Smash.
What?
Really?
That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true, but that's what I heard.
So for Evo, at this point, this would be Evo 2015.
2015, yeah.
We gotta go through some research.
If anyone went to Evo, please let me know if I'm wrong. But I heard that they played it before the Smash Brothers tournament, which, if true, would be awesome.
I'm gonna hold in my excitement just because I don't want to be excited for no reason and not be true. So when we do find that out, if somebody listening actually lets us know that they saw it, I'm gonna squeal.
So I think the first
It'll be a sexy squeal.
So I was on the plane on a work trip to Vegas, and one of my buddies, Alex Kane, who also eventually does some music for stuff later on, but he tells me, he's like, "Hey Alex, you know that Smash video that you worked on or whatever?" And he shows me an article from Kotaku. I was like, "Wait, what?"
That's right.
And I was like, "This is," and Kotaku was at the time I was like following the website very closely, but I was like flabbergasted and like I was like, "Oh my god!" internally screaming. I was like, "This is so awesome."
Kotaku is a huge
That's
deal.
a big deal. If any weeb follows or has Kotaku like on their online radar.
Yeah. And so he's like, "Yeah," and you're like, and it's like, "Look at your view count." I was like, I think at this point it was like either close to 1 million or it just broke 1 million. I was like, it was just this number a couple days ago.
No, we got like what 10K or something initially,
but
when we
nothing
first,
in the million that we saw.
nothing in the million. I don't even think after Evo it went truly viral after Kotaku.
Yeah, and I think the guy who shared it through Kotaku was this guy named D Pity.
D Pity.
Yeah, which I think I've met him once at a convention a couple of years later.
You gotta thank him for our success.
I know.
Hey, D Pity is all you, man.
Thanks to I think he shared it to.
Shout out to D Pity.
Yeah, I think he might have mentioned it to Kotaku or something. One thing led to another. One of Kotaku, we got 1 million views. It was really cool, which brought in a whole new slew of external issues.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when you go viral, everybody wants a piece of you.
Everybody. Oh my
That's
God.
that's really not fun.
Wait, it's not.
I mean, I didn't think it was fun.
Tim didn't enjoy it. I think
Oh,
probably maybe me and Joseph were the only ones that were like, this is what it's supposed to be.
I enjoyed reading the comments and seeing the view count. I was not enjoying the fact that everybody wanted us to work for them now. Like, that was not fun. I was, it's like the whole and I was the one that's getting all these phone calls about like, oh, you should work for us, whatever. I was like, dude, get out of here, man.
Oh, the reluctant leader.
But anyways, so that whole thing, and then so after that, we were so excited.
How come we never got a female member in Turtle Wave?
I think that would have been too distracting. I don't know, man.
You would think that we would get another member after.
I would say this. There were some people who wanted to work with us, and we could have worked with them. But like I said, it's not necessarily the female aspect that we needed people to have the same kind of energy to join us, and that was like, and even beyond the filming aspect, like, we're all friends, we're cool, we can literally just hang out and talk.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
like, that's how we made the best videos, because we were just hanging out and being ourselves. So like, having a woman be on there would be fine, as long as or having another guy on there would be fine, just as long as there's that synergy, that energy.
Yeah, which I mean, I would not mind having more people. It's just, we just never really found anyone that, I don't know, added more things. Hey man, if anyone wants to do VFX, like, please join Turtle Wave.
but to be honest though, it's not just like having the skills. It's the passion, man. Like I say, there's certain things just to speak beyond, like, material. Like, when we met each other, it was like it was like Voltron, you know what I mean? Our powers combined. It was like, boom, we just realized, like, oh, you're the other half, you know what I mean? Like, it's, you know what I mean? In order to have that kind of bond, it doesn't just come up as a skill.
Rhythm,
It's gotta resonate with all of us,
You were saying, Joseph. Did you say rhythm?
Rhythm of the ocean.
Oh, sorry. I was alluding to, like, when I first met Tim.
Oh yeah.
And then I was expecting PK to make a sexual joke out of it, but he didn't.
Oh man, the amount of sexual innuendos in the shooting times. That's why we don't have female members, because we would have to really.
I think you answered the question there.
I think the lack of a lot of women are present kind of allows us to just kind of go to our bases. So.
Be dudes.
be dudes.
Bros.
All right, we gotta move this along, so we're gonna do a quick rundown of what happened next. We did after the initial success of Smash Brothers, we got so hyped we want to do more things. We did one more thing.
We wanted to do another.
That's right. We did want to do another Smash Brothers video.
Oh my goodness!
And that one, this is brand new information for all Turtle Wave fans.
If you've gotten this far in the podcast,
yes.
You'll hear it from here first.
There are so many canceled projects that we can tell you about.
Too many.
which we're not going to do. But the next,
Oh, we're going to do some of them.
yeah, we're not promising anything. The next video,
Yeah, PK.
the next video that we were gonna do was Lucina versus Captain Falcon.
Falcon.
And Captain Falcon would have been played by Bianchi Zimmerman, and Lucina would have been played by Amy Hawkins, who plays.
At this point in the Turtle Wave timeline, you would have seen her in the Star Wars video that
Right.
Joseph and I eventually finished.
Yeah, she was the good
The
one.
lead.
Or she was the
lead.
The lead. Okay,
Yeah.
right. Well, they're both leads. It was.
Well, Felicia was the antagonist, so
Oh,
Well,
okay.
She's the protagonist.
Right. Felicia
Or-
was the protagonist. Amy was the antagonist.
Oh
slash
wait! Oh my God! You're right.
Former
I'm mixing it
former
up.
like mentor of
I'm
Felicia.
mixing it up.
I think.
I'm sorry. Yeah. That's correct.
Okay. Anyway, so the
Wait,
reason
really?
why
Never mind.
the reason why we never shot the video was because Amy could never get the sword form down. That's
Wushu
so
straight sword form.
yes.
It
So there is
requires constant practice.
so a lot of times in filming PK is just a lot of time in filming, like to look good on film, you have to have a lot of like like your body has to perform certain ways. Like you have to have energy, you have to have like power.
Jing.
Like
Jing.
it's in Wushu it's called Jing.
Like,
So the way we use to test Jing or like your power is you have the Wushu straight sword is very like flimsy. So when you stab or strike with a straight sword, if you have power, the sword will literally make a noise. It would make like a very like
Like a snap.
like a snap like a
Metal snap.
metal snapping noise, and that shows that you have power and you have control. So the first thing I had Amy do to test if she had that was, all right, Amy, show me the sword stab, and she couldn't do it. She could not make the sound, and then Alex did it in like 2 seconds. I was like, Alex, show her, and Alex just whoosh, and then it goes. So I was like, okay, until you can do it, we're not making the video. And I don't think
Perfectionist.
I don't think she's ever gotten it. Maybe
Yeah.
she has
plus,
now.
I think we had different life priorities at the same time.
Yeah.
At that point, I don't remember.
Well, so
Yeah.
she no, we
Well, she
came
had
out
to
and
go
worked
to
with her. She
the
made a lot of
islands.
progress, but like part of it, I think, was we were expecting a lot, and this is the kind of thing where I was talking about passion and energy. Like she is, amazing as an actress and performer, but for us, it's like, we don't want to just do like we're gonna swing our arms around and then like and say cut. For us, it's like, nah, that punch wasn't right. Nah, that combination wasn't cool. Like we're very much perfectionists in our own way. Like I'll never forget when I want to jump to the we didn't get to Pokemon Kung Fu yet. I'll just say,
I think we'll have to save that for that's a whole.
Actually,
I think that's a whole other episode of its own. Yeah, we'll definitely have to save it for that.
But there's just times where one of us would look at a combination of movement and be like, nah, we need to do that again because the timing was off or the snap wasn't there, or you know what I mean. So like for her, it was like, hey, I'm just like, I want to have fun doing this cool project with you guys, and for us, it was very much like, nah, it's gotta be right. Like you're gonna play a major character. You can't come in there looking a little floofy. You gotta come in there looking like, yo, man, she could kill me. You know what I mean?
I mean, to be fair, I don't think she's ever. No, hasn't trained in wushu ever. So
She had. I taught her the basic sword form. She
yeah,
did,
but she doesn't have like the years.
Yeah, that's the thing, man.
That's like there's a difference.
You're a wushu instructor. I'm a professional fighter. Joseph. is
Yeah,
a
but I
professional
never learned
director.
boxing.
Yeah, well, see, look, if you look at the comments, there's a lot of naysayers, and to your credit, like we didn't have a lot of time to build that. You know what I mean? I was trying to get that to you, and from where you were, you actually made a lot of progress to looking a lot more crisp. But that's just something we just didn't have the time to do.
Yeah.
Beyond that, you put your best foot forward, and you still had you still looked like a fighter. You just didn't look like a boxer would fight.
But it's like your movements and your speed and your like power, like that. It's not like you were like a regular dude trying to
Yeah,
fight.
your Jing was there.
You were still doing martial arts. It's just that you were doing kung fu boxing instead of boxing, which is fine. It's a video game parody.
Well, I think your Joseph's your Northern Shaolin background definitely helps.
Yeah, but man, I can't even watch the video anymore because I'm like critiquing my boxing.
That's the
I just
perfectionist right
skipped to the
Right.
VFX and the sperm chasing me around.
there. PK Thunder, dude.
It's PK
It's
Thunder.
PK Thunder.
Well, it's sperm.
It's electric.
He's trying
lightning
to
sperm.
impregnate me.
Oh god. Okay. So anyways,
Yeah, so
moving.
I think that project. So basically, that
just be happy it wasn't Black Lightning.
Oh. Be glad it didn't come out of Haywong.
That would have been worse.
So yeah, I think that was so. Yeah, so I think eventually that project lost steam, accompanied by also we were dealing with the.
We had a lot of drama. Let's just leave it at we had a lot of drama at other places that we were.
I mean, we
Doing
still
what?
made videos like the Afro Super Saiyan.
I think as a byproduct we made
Bro, that video was so much fun.
The Afro Super Saiyan one was one of my favorite projects because it was literally us talking shit for like 3 hours at Panda Express.
Oh, I remember.
Wait,
I think we ate and then we went back home to shoot the video before
Yeah,
sunset.
so
Okay,
we were
okay.
actually doing something else though.
It was my it was my birthday the day before, and
We
you
were
guys,
trying to
you
come up
and
with an
Tim,
idea.
you and Tim, I think crashed.
Yeah, we were brainstorming.
I think everybody, all you guys
we all,
crashed.
we all
there.
crashed over. We were brainstorming ideas or eating at this restaurant, and
We
I
stayed up
looked
till
at
like 4 in the
Joseph's shirt, and I was like, and that's where the famous line came from. Oh, you think you
PK
Goku,
was
huh?
like,
It's like you think you're
he
Goku?
said, "You can't wear that shirt."
He was like, yeah, I think I'm Goku. I was like, I don't know. I think you look more like Yamcha, and he was like, just fuck up.
So it spawned from that conversation.
Yeah, it's because we were coming up with all kinds of ideas, but we weren't hitting anything, and we kind of do. I mean, this is what when you're in a war room, you're throwing out strategies and concepts, and then like that one made us all laugh, and then we just started building from there, and then we just went back to the house, and we were just filming. That joint was. That was
And
a lot of
luckily,
fun.
you always have that Goku gi available.
He's in his car at all times, just in case.
just in case, break open trunk for Goku Gi
Yeah.
for Super Saiyan.
I don't know who I don't know like when we came up with the idea like this has to do with like VFX because
I
it was
think-
like it started with Yamcha like hey Joseph you're trying to be Yamcha right now and then like I think it was like hey Tim like why don't you make more VFX videos and we're just like it's hard so we're like let's show them how hard it is.
I think it was you were going on strike in the VX department. You were just like, or the VF department. You're just like, yo, man, I don't like. We can do a Dragon Ball thing, but I don't want to do a bunch of VFX. How about this? How about we do minimum effects?
Oh,
and
that's
then
right,
we make
yeah.
fun of the fact that it's really difficult.
Which is
to do.
ironic because he still had
You
to
still
do
ended up spending a bunch of
I
time
still had to
making
do
the
the-
effects.
yeah I had to do the actual VFX
And-
for the non-VFX part.
Right. Like, oh man, you had to actually go in and create like fake tabs. Which if you
For After
if you guys
Effects?
watch the video and like slow it down at certain points, like read the columns that come down and the different effect tabs that he added in there.
Yeah,
like one of
there's-
them's like Afro. It's like a Black Dynamite.
yeah, plugins
one-
and After
right,
Effects
right.
that
There-
doesn't exist in real life.
Right. He made fake plugins for After Effects. That's dope.
I actually added moves from Lucina, Captain Falcon, and a League of Legends stuff.
From things we didn't even
From
get to
things we didn't even
finish.
need to do.
Oh
but there was
God, the League of
Little
Legends video was
Easter eggs
supposed to
here,
be
everyone.
hype.
right. So
Oh, we had
there
a
was
League of Legends
Dancing
video.
Blade. I believe there was a Falcon Punch in there somewhere, and there was like a Toxic Mushroom or whatever. I don't play League of Legends that much, so it was from one of the more annoying characters, like Toxic something, Mushroom something.
Oh, Timo?
Yeah, Timo.
He was really annoying.
So yeah,
And
so
probably still is.
there's a lot of extra stuff that's been added into the little like Easter eggs that's in there. So yeah, and then we end
but
up.
one big takeaway is that if you run out of ideas, just be present, have fun, look at all the things that are around you, all the props that you're wearing, you're having, and just
Life is an
Be
inspiration,
organic.
baby.
Yeah, I think for the Afro Saiyan video was like one of the first videos where we just made something on the spot and just had ideas like turn one after another.
I think that was the shortest turtle wave shoot ever.
Like
It
return
was-
on
And
investment.
for some reason, Alex decided to shoot it in a different camera. Like
He was trying to
it
use
like
the
an
audio.
old-ass-
Look, okay. I wanted to use the HVX 200 because it had a dedicated microphone jack on it. And I wanted to get some decent audio for you and PK's dialogue.
There's like
And
two
it had-
lines of dialogue.
good.
And it could do some crash zooms, which I think my 60D at the time couldn't do as smoothly. So I just wanted to use it.
That's why that video was 720p. If
Yeah.
if
I was
anyone
just
noticed.
like flabbergasted when
I
we were
brought-
all just outside running our lines, and then all of a sudden Alex just runs out with a big ass like camera. I'm like, what? Do you even know if this works or not?
It
all
def- one of the I think it's the only video of Turtle Wave that was shot in that camera. So
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, so
But
that
we
one,
released that, and it got some,
it was surprisingly good.
Some
It
feedback.
got traction for some reason, but I guess people just liked Dragon Ball when whatever.
Yeah, no. That video came out when there was another big Dragon Ball movie coming out at
The
the
Brawl.
same time.
It was
No,
not.
no,
it
it wasn't Broly.
Revival
It
F.
wasn't the Broly. It was
Resurrection
either
F.
revival. It was it?
No, it was no. It was 2015. It would have been
There's the Super Saiyan God one.
Super Saiyan God one. It was Battle of the
Yeah,
Gods.
it was
I
Battle of the
think.
Gods. I think that was when. It came out.
Oh, okay.
And you know
And
what's
then we
funny?
made Good Ninja, Bad Ninja.
We didn't make the. No, we didn't.
Oh, Good Ninja,
No,
Bad Ninja has
all
to
right.
come
no,
out.
that's a sort of
Another
pseudo cancel
episode.
time.
It's
yeah.
not.
Hey, Alex, how are we doing on
it's
the,
not that bad. I don't think
Let's
we'll
see.
get
storage.
canceled.
Well, we're running on
We won't get
hour and
canceled.
16. You should probably wrap this one up soon, at least for this chapter.
Okay.
This
so
is because we're near the end of essentially the beginnings of Turtle Wave.
Right.
all right. So 2015 was a pretty big year for us.
Yeah, the
Um,
induction of Turtle Wave was
The
2015.
creation of the Turtle Wave, the release of our first big video, the first viral video, and then
How we met.
how we met was 2014 though. It was November 2014. I remember. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I think the idea for Pokemon Kung Fu was also 2015.
Just
So
an
many
idea.
things.
Okay. With all the manosphere stuff going out there right now, I really do think, guys, that the Good Ninja Bad Ninja video would be a great idea.
Nobody
to
knows
poke
what that
fun.
is, PK.
Yeah, no.
You
They
have to
do, they
explain the
do.
video.
No, but it's essentially making fun of like uber machoism and also white knights, right? And so like we kind of go and attack both of those things. I really think that there's room for revisiting that whole idea, like especially with this whole stuff with like
Okay.
I don't want to say his name, but the guy who's locked up in the was it Romania or something like that, and he's
Oh, yeah.
caught for SA and all this. So it's like I really think there's space to kind of in a very comedic way
All right, PK.
attack a lot of those more toxic elements.
Before you keep going, you have to tell people what that whole premise is and what it is because they don't know what
Next
they don't know what we're
episode.
talking about.
all right, so we did this
Next
video.
episode, we gotta get them like.
All right,
The next episode.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Save it.
Next time
Next
on
Wave
Turtle
Passion
Wave.
cliffhanger.
Okay. All right, so a few more things before we leave. We still don't know what to call this podcast.
So for the time being.
So for the time being, it's called Turtle Wave Podcast, but hopefully there'll be something better.
Yeah.
TWP.
Leave a comment. Maybe Thirsty Masters or.
We're
We're not
know
doing
what?
Thirsty Masters. We
Thirsty
can't do
Masters
Thirsty
was an
Masters.
idea. We also had Comment House as an idea because of Turtle Wave, because of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball influence. What was the other idea we had?
Hey Wong United.
Hey Wong United.
Hey,
No, we're not doing Hey
man,
Wong.
Yo, Hey Wong United. I like it. Let's
Sounds like
go.
a sports team.
Let's go. Hey Wong United. Let's do it.
It's like
Let's
a soccer
frickin'
team.
I am
Go.
all for it. Hey, yeah,
Allen
right.
soccer team.
This that one's isn't that like a rugby team like the all blacks?
Manchester United or whatever.
No,
it's no.
there's a rugby team called All Blacks, right?
Yeah, the All Blacks. I
Yeah.
think- I thought- aren't
Hey
they a soccer
Wong,
team?
man, let's do it. Hey Wong podcast.
What, we're
I'm
not
trying
gonna
to
be
bring that back.
We bring the blacks and the yellows together.
Right?
Oh my gosh! All right. And on that note, that's why we gotta go. It should start devolving into some BS right now.
If you've gotten this far, thanks for listening to our
We
babble.
actually avoided a lot of hot topics this episode.
Yeah, we did.
You know what? That shows
did
maturity
good.
and growth.
We'll save that for the Patreon. The juicy.
It's like you
The
guys
tease.
did some media training.
Oh my god.
All right. So on the next episode, we're gonna go over some canceled projects. One of them being Good Ninja Bad Ninja, which is one of our all-time favorites in among the Turtle Wave crew.
We didn't put it out there, but just know your boy Brock is pushing for it.
All right. And then we're gonna talk
And
about.
also, we're gonna talk on some topics about like what interracial dating, right?
We can get on that. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple. We got a couple mixes
Gosh. We can
It's
talk
a
about
good
in the mix.
example.
we can talk about this. I was hoping to go more YouTube history and Turtle Wave stuff, but we can talk that
About
also.
society stuff.
You gotta give the people what they
Societal
want.
matters.
Oh man.
Mix in some societal matters.
Societal matters.
They want to know about our personal lives.
Do they want to know about our personal lives?
They want to know about martial arts.
Put it in the comments.
Next episode we'll talk about interracial dating, I guess. Why it takes us so long to make a video, which we still haven't really gone into.
This is more like Turtle Wave history.
And,
Wasn't right.
Right.
and the beginning of Pokemon Kung Fu. So that's what we're gonna talk about in the next week,
Also,
next episode.
You know what?
also
Those things all kind of coincide.
betrayal.
Wait, hold
Wait,
on, Joseph.
Joseph, what did you say?
Beginning of my betrayal.
Yeah, but,
Oh.
nah, that's not. We're not there yet.
That's like
I didn't even know that was a betrayal.
That's
Was there a
that's
betrayal?
further down the line. That's like
You know, like when we played the Mafia game.
Oh, you motherfucker!
we talked
Hey.
about this. We met,
Hey,
we brought this up
actually, I think I was the one to kind of. I think I finessed everybody in that fateful night.
There was all.
you're
Well, no, that was the Secret Hitler one where you.
No,
No, that wasn't that one.
No.
Is it?
See,
I think
the
it was
thing,
Mafia,
y'all,
right?
Y'all be realizing that I'm kind of slick sometimes, and y'all
And,
just because it was the Mafia
talk
game,
about
and then it
our-
was also the Hitler game or what
Secret
was it?
Hitler.
Secret
You were
Hitler.
Obama the whole time, and you're like, hey man,
But is this the same game with me and Joseph though? That time.
that was a different one.
That
So
was a
No, we
different
played. I think we played Mafia, right, Joseph?
there's Resistance.
Or Resistance. One of
Yeah,
those. It's one of those deception games.
Where
Yeah.
that okay, Joseph, I still have not forgiven you for that. So thanks for reminding me.
So we can talk about board games. We can talk about when we went to the MacFest together.
Oh yeah.
How
no,
you,
SmashCon,
you-
right? Was it SmashCon?
Oh,
No,
it's-
we did
No, it
both.
was yeah.
We could-
MacFest is when we were all there.
No, we should have one for
Yeah,
our
and then,
convention
like,
outings.
Like Tim froze in the last second of a great opportunity. Might talk about that.
I don't remember what that was. I don't know what you're
Oh,
talking
my-
about.
Remember when we met,
Shit! Shut up.
We met those guys, the legendary guys. They did the Rock Lee versus Naruto.
Oh,
video.
1,000 pounds.
1,000
1,000
pounds.
pounds. Oh, that'll be an interesting
Pounds.
segment.
That was
We met
2019,
them.
right?
No.
That was like,
wasn't
really eye opening
19.
for us.
That was 2019 because we
2019?
released Pokemon Kung Fu 2018. So
Yeah.
we went to MacFest as a celebration.
Right.
2019. That
And
was
then we
2019.
met them,
we
and then we
earned
were
it.
like, "Yo, we want you guys to check this stuff out, and like, we want to be like you guys, because they had the whole production team. Are they still like? How is 1,000 Pounds these days? Are they still
It's-
doing
I think
it?
They
Chris-
still work
Chris-
together, but on like movies, like big productions.
Yeah, and they moved
But
on.
but like now the channel is called Riven.
Riven 3X or Riven X3i or
yeah.
X3i?
I
X3i.
Yeah.
Something
Well, it's
crazy.
Chris Cowan's channel.
Right,
Yeah.
right. You still in communication with him?
Barely.
Oh, okay.
But we still like, I don't know,
once in a while.
support each other.
Yeah, you can get
Yeah.
some collabing on. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. Nah. So I guess I could.
But yeah, lots
now.
to talk about.
Lots to talk about.
Future.
We're running out of time, so we're
That's
gonna.
that talk.
That's dude. We can talk all. We can talk for like 4 hours.
Yeah,
among
we're
Turtle
all
Wave guys.
talkers.
I can't.
Well, Alex.
We can
can't.
do a rush hour watch party.
Oh, we gotta do. We had a rush hour video too.
Actually, we just need to do Shang-Chi watch along, and Joseph can be like, "Oh, I did that one. I
Yes,
did that one."
yes.
Whatever
We
you can
need to do a
say that doesn't break
Shang-Chi-
your NDA.
Right. We need to do a Shang-Chi joint. What about everywhere? I'm sorry, everything,
Everywhere.
everywhere,
All at once.
all at once. That movie.
I only worked on that for 4 days.
Oh,
I
wait,
don't
you should have
care.
saved it for the next episode.
I
Now
don't
and they
care.
don't come back.
That movie was one of the best movies I'd ever seen. I think it should have won all the awards. Michelle Yeoh is amazing. I've always loved her, and she's even oh my gosh, she's even more amazing than before. Everybody who worked on that project, wow. Just
All right.
wow.
Yeah. But let's keep some cards to our chest.
Yeah,
man.
I'm sorry. I'm just like
You're gushing, man.
I am, man.
He gets gushing.
I'm getting all excited.
See, now he's excited. Now he's excited. He was sleeping before.
You just remember all this stuff for the next one.
Yeah.
Whenever it comes to flexing, PK just comes to life.
Hey, that wasn't
He's
my.
not even
I'm not
flexing
flexing
himself. He's
myself.
flexing
I'm
like
flexing.
everybody.
Yeah,
That
man.
one time, like that one time you went to DCSC.
Okay,
Oh
we're
my
no. We're steering clear of those topics. This is the Patreon only. That goes in Patreon.
You know what? We could.
No,
There's a nice way to show that story without just making me look like the bad guy that I obviously look like, and instead of attacking
Angry
anybody
black
else.
chain lady.
Yeah, look, because we just talk about us and not
Other
like
parties.
yeah, not other parties and not like yeah.
Yeah, we could just be like, yeah, we just showed up to a birthday party and then.
I would say
Let's do that. We
Things
showed up
went
to a
down.
birthday party, and Bianchi was like, "Hey, we was going to not bring no presents for the kids. We came to do a little clown show."
No.
and then we went out."
It was more like you went in there and you were like, "Fuck them kids," and then you just, and then you kicked the birthday cake. And then
All this happened when I was not there. Anyways, we'll save this for
All right,
another
for
episode.
the
so,
next episode. Of,
so yeah,
Of PK kicking the birthday kid.
yeah. So
Hey,
if
man.
you've hung out,
This is a blood sport.
Jeez. Oh my God! I think I
We don't
said
want to be in danger.
Total Wave Civil War. That's also not. Anyways, thank you for if you're still here listening to us. Thanks for joining us on this throwback journey of our history and formation of Turtle Wave. If you want to stick around for more, there'll definitely be more stuff in the pipeline.
Like and subscribe.
If that's
can
a
you
thing.
even? I don't even know.
I guess it depends on the podcast
Hit the
platform.
bell. We're gonna do
Follow.
more of these, and they're gonna be more frequent. Trust me, because we're not doing special effects, and Tim's not gonna be in charge of everything. I'm gonna make sure of that.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys for listening.
All right.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you for watching. I mean, thank you for listening. Oh my God.
Thank you,
Well,
Joseph, for joining us.
From all the way
he's
from California.
all the way from California.
California.
Word up.
All right, that's it. We're out. You wanna cut the
All
thing?
right. Turtle way forever.
Turtle.
Turtle away
Wakanda
forever.
Turtle Wave forever.
Turtle Wave forever. We'll see you guys next time.
Next time.
Peace.